Welcome back, folks. After a long winter break, our first guest is back on the much-anticipated science fiction series V. Please welcome back to our show the very talented Scott Wolf. Loves you. Every time you're on, you know, we get a surge of mail.
That's really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, no, they love you. The website gets all a buzz. And but last time, home run with your son Jackson, the video of Jackson, just as a little baby.
Yes.
And now it's almost, he's a year old.
He just turned a year old.
How do you like being dad?
It's the greatest thing ever. And it's like everyone says, it seemed like it happened overnight. The fact that he's a year old. He was born when we were making the pilot for V, and the fact that he's 1 already is nuts.
I know, this picture of him.
Oh, yeah.
This with his birthday cake is a classic. Can you see that?
So we threw him a party, and there you see the, you know, what you kind of have to do, which is give the 1-year-old a cake and let him smash it all over his own face.
Exactly.
But we had an amazing time. We were up in Vancouver shooting V, and we weren't sure what we were going to be able to do because we don't have a ton of family and friends up there. So I just sent an email around to the cast, and I said, hey, our boy's turning 1, if anyone's into coming, help celebrate. And literally every person fired back an email, and they were like, we're in. And so it was so amazing to have them show up for us like that. And it was the greatest.
Yeah.
We went to the Vancouver Aquarium and had like a personal encounter with these beluga whales, which was really...
What do you mean personal encounter? Did you give them your business
card?
No, were you in the water with them?
Not in the water, but literally right at the tank, feeding them, touching their heads, and...
Oh, my goodness.
It was pretty incredible. And a guy named Kent and all the staff over it, if anyone's in Vancouver, go to the aquarium. It's incredible. And I got a picture of Jackson at a year old getting his head kissed by a giant beluga whale, which is like, exactly, it's the sweetest thing ever. But then someone showed me like a video clip that they took of it, and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, you know, I would clearly do anything for a good photo op, because...
I was going to say, I got a little anxious when you were saying he was that close.
They're the most docile, sweet creatures, but still, to see me kind of like, and this giant whale. But we got a great, you know, shot out of it. And
at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Photos first.
Now, when all the people from the show came, everybody gathered around for the birthday, did they go with you to the aquarium and stuff?
They did.
Oh.
So it was like a party for the little kids, but also the big,
great.
Kids of all ages had a good time. And then we went back to the house, and my wife, Kelly, is like a really amazing cook, and so she like roasted up chicken and made this great meal for everybody.
She cooks too.
She cooks too.
She's beautiful. She cooks.
Yeah, she looks like that, and she cooks. And
do you guys get to go out? I mean, do you get to go out on a date night anymore, or
we do?
Or is that like impossible? You do.
We do.
You make sure of it.
We do. It's funny because we went out. Our whole life was like one big date before we had a kid, and we would hear people planning date nights, and it always sounded crazy to us. Like, why would you have to plan something like that? And now, with the infant in the house, we see it just, it doesn't just happen. You know, you have to make the effort to do it. And so the first night we did it, the first night we left him with a babysitter, we were driving to dinner, and I looked at her, and her face was kind of pleasant and looking forward to eating, and her hands were like this. She was just kind of like racked with anxiety over the fact that we had just left our child with a complete stranger. And
well, it wasn't somebody you just met that day.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, kidding. Whales kissing his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever wants him this weekend, he's all yours. No, it was a nanny who we love.
Yeah, but she's going to have a natural anxiety for a decent woman and mom.
Yes, absolutely. And it's important. I mean, without the two of us, none of it really goes. And
you have to maintain that, and you do have to work at it. That's what, you know, I think people do forget that you forget each other because you're so busy focusing on the kids.
It's understandable because they're so unbelievably great, and obviously they need a lot, but we're managing so far. You know, we've you know, we've kept them. That was what the year birthday celebrated is like. We kept them alive for a year. Big victory, because right? I mean,
because it's so true.
It is, right?
But you have this clip of Jackson. Do you mind if we show the one with the Cheerio?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, now what you don't need to set it up. I mean, it's a human. Well, go ahead.
Well, basically, he was, he's starting to eat different kinds of foods, and Cheerios are like, it's the food that every human being seems to love. And he was still getting the hang of the whole I pick it up thing, and then he just decided to like cut out the middleman and go straight in for the Cheerio. And
oh, it's so funny. Figuring he doesn't really need the hand part.
Yeah, why bother with the hard hand-grabbing part?
Oh, I can't stand it. So cute. Oh.
A slight miss.
Oh.
Miss to the other side. So close.
Priceless. Joyful. More with Scott after this. We'll be right back.